Hello, everybody. Hello. It's Christy. Welcome on in, everybody. I am here and I'm super excited because this is my first time in a new event. Let me go ahead and fix you this way a little bit. Yesterday, I didn't realize my camera was shifted that way. So you guys, I'm in the Stand Tall crafting group with our host, the lovely Krista. You guys, she works so hard and I'm so excited to be here. It is my first time here and I'm excited. I came on just a couple minutes early so I can get shared into the group. So when you come on, say hello. There's Nina. Nina, I swear my dog came in here to say hello to you because he just popped in. We got to make our Coda appearance. Hello, Nina. Hello. Hello, Krista. There she is. I was testing, making sure I work. I'm so excited to be here. So you guys, tonight is a little event from the Stand Tall Crafting group. As you guys know or may not know, make sure you follow this group. There's an amazing creators, a lot of familiar faces in here you'll see. And I do have the link pinned. And I apologize, but after me, Done by Me by Marilyn and John is after me, so I'm excited. I think I'm new to them, so I didn't get to tag you, but please, Chris, if you want to go ahead and tag them too. It hasn't been letting me tag things lately either, so right before me was the lovely Jenny, so if you missed her, make sure you go back and watch her. Hello, Tony. Hi. Let's see who else. Somebody else popped on. Oh, Christine. Hello, Christine. Yes. Hey, Krista, when you were talking about dogs earlier on Sandra's Live, I was laughing because that's mine. Always in the middle of a movie, they'll start wrestling and stuff. Aw, that's so sweet. Hello, Marlene. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So even though I am in this event, it is Crafter's Choice. And as you guys know, every first and last Tuesday of the month, we do some Journal Time Tuesday. So we are going to be doing a little journal. I'm going to show you how to kind of convert a little notebook. And these are just the ones that I picked up at Target. These are in the dollar spot. But we're going to, hey, Wayne. Hello. Hi, Mom. We're going to go ahead and convert this into a little journal. It doesn't necessarily have to be a journal. You can always turn it into, oh, okay, awesome. Thank you. You can always turn them into a little album. So I did start mine, and I'm going to show you kind of how to make them a little bit more sturdy because, let's be honest, everything is kind of made a little cheaply anymore. So we're going to go ahead and start. I did go ahead and start this one already so I can show you what we're going to be doing. And then I'll kind of give you some ideas on what you can do. So, hello, Nora. Thank you for welcoming me. Hello, Denise. I'm so excited to be here, you guys. And then, on top of all this, you guys will actually get a sneak peek into some of my past Halloween creative costumes. We are big Halloween people, my husband and I, and actually, there's kind of a funny story, and I'll tell you later. That's kind of how we kind of met / got together. Hello, Jenny. Hi, Sue. But you guys get a little sneak peek if you haven't seen them already, or if you haven't been following me, into some of our costumes. So I've always made costumes for my kids. My mom always made costumes for me, and it's one of my favorite times of the year because then you get to really get creative. I'm currently working on our costume too, so thank you for sprinkling me out. I appreciate it. Okay, so you guys can make this. You don't have to make it Halloween because I know everybody doesn't do Halloween, but you can also make this fall. So I even got some of the fall papers here. I have a lot of craft supplies that I have been hoarding, but it's great for times like this because then you can just get out all your supplies and kind of play with it and have fun. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to show you how you can take this book. Now, this does say, this was in the dollar spot, but you can use any book that you want to. There's a lot at Dollar Tree, and you could always make it your own. Just do something different with the cover. But these are the ones I had to pick up because they were super cute. There's 60 pages, but they're very, very thin pages. I actually took one out as a template. So see how it's kind of, you want something a little bit more sturdy. So what I did was I glued either 2 or 3 pieces of together to make it a little bit more sturdy. I don't know if you could tell on camera, but I'm going to show you how I did that, because I saved the last couple so I can show you guys how to do it. It's very simple. Now, this one is a round one. It's a little bit more difficult, but if you're just starting out with journaling or anything like that, you want to do something maybe a little bit less, just more square, not as difficult, but it's really up to you. Give yourself a challenge and see how you do. You could also use, I plan on doing this hopefully before the Halloween season gets here, but you could also use for the cover these Amazon mailers. They make it really good. Hello, Beth. How are you? I'm so excited to be here. Miss Beth is part of this group too. I don't think you're on today. No, I don't think you're on today, but Miss Beth is usually in here as well. Okay, so I already have 2 of my sheets together here. So I'm going to flip this sheet, and then I'm going to put glue on the inside of this one. And the main key is to put your glue on the outside. Ooh, there's like a little ant or something on my table. We're in Florida, you guys, so there's all kinds of little critters around. Ants don't bother me. It's the bigger things that do. So we're just going to kind of, I try to line up my holes as best I can. When you have a square or a rectangle book, it'll be easier. But we're just going to kind of glue those pieces together. And the type of glue I use is my favorite glue in the world. So if you're new here, this is the Scotch Wrinkle-Free Glue Stick. These are available at Amazon, and I do recommend this one. It does go really well. We're going to do a napkin so you guys can see what the napkin looks like. And I don't know, I have a whole container full of this glue because I get it in bulk on Amazon. And that's just really what all I use. You could ask my regulars that. They will tell you she loves her glue. So I'll do this one more time. So I'm just doing the edges to make sure that the pages don't flap, and sometimes they do anyway. But this glue is very good and it holds very securely. I believe it is acid free, so it won't really hurt your pictures. So I do recommend it. And I did the rest of the book earlier today because we're not going to sit here and glue books all day. I do recommend getting one of these. They have these at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby has them a little bit cheaper. These are called, they're not weapons. they are, oh my gosh, I forgot what they're called. I'm a little nervous, even though I'm new to this group. Bone folders, what they're called. Kind of goes with the theme tonight. It just slipped my mind for a second. I did pick out one sheet because this is an odd shape. So I'm using this as my template to cut the rest of my pages. So what I did was I didn't really care about the inside where my little ring binder is, but I did do kind of like I'm using smaller sheets. So if you have a lot of the smaller scrapbook sizes is what we're using tonight, this is perfect for a smaller journal like this. So I did do one, and this was a costume back in 2000, I believe this was 2016, either 2016 or 2015. But I actually made this costume. It is a Starbucks, I am the Starbucks siren, and it's my little logo. I actually got third place trophy for this. My old best friend kept my trophy. I don't know why, but she kept my trophy. But it's okay because I have the memory. This is actually me at work at the time, and I was standing in front of the coffee bar. So we're just going to make this little journal. We're going to make it all about the past Halloween costumes because I just realized I do all this work for these costumes and I don't have a place where I can show anybody all of them except for my phone, and then I have to flip through every year, and it was a mess today trying to pick them out. So that is my first page, and right now I'm just going to do the inside. I'm not going to really do a whole lot on the outside, but I'll show you how you will line it up different if you happen to get one of these books. So let me get started. I do have my little template. I cut one out, and this is more of a cardstock. Thank you, Krista. Thank you, Denise. So I'm going to try to do like 2 at the same time. So This is what I don't want in my craft room. I don't mind it in my book though. This was an old, this paper, most of it came from Joann's. Oh, you guys, I'm so sad. I miss my Joann's. I don't know about you. This one, I believe, was Target Dollar Spot at one point. Nope, this was Joann's, and this was Joann's. This is a Hobby. This is a Hobby Lobby. And I know they don't sell Halloween anymore, so this must have been like a new thing. Thought of you at Michael's. They had all the strawberry shortcake. I didn't see any strawberry shortcake at mine. Thanks, Robbie. And then you guys, this one is a Tuesday morning. This is so sad. It's so sad again, but so it's okay though. This is why I buy extra. This is the moments when we buy what we think we may not need that year. We may need 5 years from now. You never know. And my favorite saying is craft supplies never expire. So unless it's paint or, you know, you guys know what I mean for that one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut out I'm going to do these first. I'm going to cut out 2 at a time. So a good way that I always like to kind of hold, and I just eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Hello, Miss Sarah. How are you? I just like to hold them together with like a little paper clip so they don't slide as you're cutting them. And again, if you are not doing a round one like me, I tend to challenge myself and do something a little bit more difficult. But you can definitely use like a paper cutter, and they are pretty inexpensive, and you can even use a coupon if you get it at Michael's. They even have them pretty inexpensive at Hobby Lobby right now. You guys, that's like the only craft stores I've seen. I think they may have them at Walmart too, but I can't be for sure on that one. I have quite a few of them. I use one for cutting my ATCs, and like I have a smaller one that I got at a craft store, and then I have like an older one that I actually can do the little indents in it with the bone folders. So, okay, so we have a couple of those cut out, and see how I kind of lined it up to where that spider's in the middle. So I'm gonna do these guys too. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can just cut these out. We'll try to do a few of these. And we will go and do some spreads together, and I'm going to give you some ideas. I also have some stamps that I brought out tonight that kind of go with our theme. And again, you could do this with pumpkin patch photos over the years. I know if that's a family tradition, and if you don't do the Halloween, this is a great way to... You can even you can get the pumpkin one and turn this into a pumpkin patch journal with all of the pictures. And I know some of you are probably wondering about my pictures. So I actually got a new printer, and my printer came with a program, and it's like an app, and I get to kind of collage things together. So I kind of just choose pictures out of my gallery. These are like my daughter's costumes and some of my costumes that I had in the past. And I just kind of collage them together, and then I just cut them out. And this is why I like the mini journals, because I love the little pictures. Not everything needs to be a 4x6 or a 5x10 or an 8x10. I kind of like the smaller pictures. Another idea that I had when I was working on this, why I cut this out, you guys, is you could even get one for all of the school days for your kids, like from kindergarten and up, and you can even make like a cute little apple one. How cute would that be? So I like my paper crafts. I've been paper crafting probably as long as, oh my goodness gracious, I'm going to show my age, probably since I was about 7 years old, so 30 something years. And I've always loved it. I've always come back to paper crafting, and I don't know. To me, it's my go-to thing that I like to do, and it relaxes me. I think a lot of people like to do the whole journaling now, and I think it's really good for your mental health, especially in this crazy world now. And it just it's a good way to like bring back some of your nostalgic memories and, you know, share them with your kids. So it's just a fun thing to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue on some of my pages here. I did have this in a specific order, but I guess it doesn't matter because we're gonna put them all in anyways. Kind of wanted to mix up my colors. So there's my green. Okay. I wanted to kind of mix it up a bit. There, we'll go ahead and do that. So I'm just doing the inside of my book, but I am going to show you guys how to do the outside too. And then we'll put on some of the pictures. We're going to put some other cute things in here. We're just going to get by a couple of these just to kind of show you. So again, we're just using that glue, and it is already kind of thick because we doubled up on our paper, and a lot of this paper is cardstock, so it is a little bit more heavy. You do have to be careful when putting cardstock through your printer. If you're tech savvy and you have a way to change the thickness of your paper, then I would definitely do that before printing on there. These, I basically used my photo glass paper, but I have printed on regular cardstock too. I did pick up 5 packs of the, I will ship them to you sometime this week. Oh, awesome! Sarah, I have your box by the door. It's ready to go out tomorrow. I would have done it today, but my phone never stopped ringing. Isn't that lovely? It was just one of those days at work today. So I didn't catch a lot of the creators today. There was just a few spots that I got to catch, and I did get to catch Sandra at least because she was on during my lunch break, and I was in here getting my stuff together. Hi Donna, how are you? So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue these pages in, and if you notice what I'm doing is I'm just kind of taking my bone folder and I am kind of lining this up, and I'm using that to kind of go, and it saves your fingers from any paper cuts. Because those happen too, you guys, right? Now you can decorate this however you want. You can color it, you know, just do whatever you want to do. But I do have some ideas that I want to share, so we'll put on a few of these. So I hope everybody had a good day. It wasn't crazy like mine. You just never know. Hello, Miss Sherry. How are you? Miss Sherry, I know you were working on a garland today. That is about all I got to see, was just the beginning, your beautiful face. But as I was saying, I was so busy at work today. It was kind of crazy. But these would be so cute just to kind of have to bring out, you know, pack it in with your holiday stuff and bring it, you know, bring it out during the season. So, you know, when you have company or just, you know, to reminisce. Hello, Angela. How are you? Welcome on in, everybody. I'm excited to be part of our new, well, it's not a new group. I'm new to the group. This group's been around for a while. Krista, how long has this group been in? Or if anybody else knows, how long has this group been around? Because I know I've been watching you guys for a while, and I don't know why I never thought about it, but Miss Krista invited me, and I was so excited to be a part of it. And she has got some of the best people in her group, that's for sure. She does an amazing job. You know, most groups are ran by a group of people because it kind of takes it's like a child. It takes a village. It takes a village to run a group. I know some of you may already have a group or may belong to a group, so you already know this. But Miss Krista runs this herself. Oh, look, you guys. I missed one. So see how this one's a little bit flimsy and this one's not? That's okay. We're just going to glue it back to the side. So I'm just going to triple on this one. It's okay. That will happen sometimes, and that's perfectly fine. I will say with this glue, once it sticks, you got a good chance it's not going to come off. So you may have a few minutes of wiggle room, depending. All right, I only got one more to put on, so then we'll go ahead and start designing and putting some of our other things on here. So I am part of another Patreon through another platform, and personally, we have been doing prompts for, like, you know, the fall and Halloween holidays, and because it's one of my favorites, I decided to challenge myself and do the prompts for this. Shonda, you're never late. You're just here, love. It's fine. We're just happy you're here. How are you doing? Miss Shonda has Shonda, are you on your page? You're not on your page. Come on your page. Miss Shonda actually just started a page, and soon she's going to be going live, and we're excited to see you. Okay, so this is really fun. That's a firework, I believe. I don't know why my neighborhood feels like putting on fireworks. It's Taco Tuesday. Anything to just an excuse to do the fireworks and scare my dogs. But hey, but this is just super fun. You just mix up your papers and everything. Sherry. Oh, yes, Sherry is here. Hello. Oh, Sharon, you're back. I believe maybe 4 or 5 years in January. Wow. I was looking for your answer. Hello, Miss Sharon. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start with, that was an older costume. Obviously, I was still single at the time. But I'm going to break for a second and show you guys a costume that it impressed my husband. Although we weren't dating, and we just barely knew each other at the time. We knew of each other. And I think he knew I liked him. But anyway, he saw me in this costume, and a lot of you that are older may remember this movie, but he was super impressed because all my costumes are always homemade. That's our neighborhood too. Oh my God. So this was Miss Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors, and I made those little the little plants. I made those out of the car wash sponges that you get from Dollar Tree, and I shaved them and I painted them and I put little things and stuff. Anyway, he saw me in my outfit and he was very impressed, and I think that's the night that kind of like got us sparked or whatever. So this was a while ago. This is 2017. So it was fun. Speaking of which, she comes through the door. Hey, Mr. Sweetness. Aw. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use washi tape to kind of angle my because I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to probably put the year or something on here. But I'm just going to also use washi tape just to kind of help that along, because that will also help with holding it down. Well, it's supposed to. Sometimes your washi tape, if you guys have washi tape and it doesn't stick anymore, don't throw it away. It's still good. You just have to put a little bit more glue on the back and it'll work. I promise you. Now, it would be really cute if you had, you know, like a little saying. Well, this already says feed me because I wrote it on my little sign. I made it look like blood or whatever, but it would be really cute if you had like a sticker that goes with your costume next to it. It's awesome. Yes, thank you. Okay. So then we started dating. Fast forward to the next one, and then I'm going to show you some other things, so I'm not just talking about myself the whole time. When we first started dating, I told him I like to do Halloween, and I want to do a matching, and he was so sweet about it. I wanted to do a matching costume, so I came up with the idea because at that point, Jurassic World 2 just came out, and we were Claire and Owen with little Blue, and I made myself a little, like, the T-Rex blood. If you guys never saw the movie, you don't really understand it, but it's okay. So we were the Jurassic Park. I even made us, like, little badges that say Jurassic Park to get into the, you know, that we work there and stuff. So we actually won second place for this costume at a costume contest. So it was awesome. And that was probably one of my favorite costumes because he did it so well. We just had fun. We always have fun at Halloween. So I think I'm gonna do my black and white. I do have different color washi tape So let me go ahead and put this one down. And I have Jurassic Park stickers I'm going to come up with this one. But this, like I said, if you have your costume, if your kids dressed up as, you know, and if you don't have them like on digital, you can get them printed off and make your, you know, even if it's been 40, 50 years, how cool would that be? This would be really cute to like make one for each of your kids and give it to them like as a gift. They would really love it. A lot of people like to reminisce nowadays. So, okay, now my next page, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm just going to put a little bit of tape here. I kind of want to put like a little piece of like caution tape because, you know, you don't want to go past the screen. So let me see. Yes, I think I'm going to do it on this one. So my next page, I'm going to show you guys some things that you can get that you can turn into something else. One of the things is you want to pay attention to the baking section at your stores, even your department stores have baking items like that have been discontinued or, you know, from last year from a different department store or whatever. These actually are old. They came from Tuesday Morning. But this one has a little beware tag in it, but it looks like it has a little pocket. So I'm going to grab one of these. My poor dogs. This is such a cute idea. I can put all of these. Yes, absolutely, Shonda. That would be so cute. You got to show me some of her costumes. I'm dying to see that. I bet you guys did really good costumes too. Okay. So what I wanted to do was, this one is, these are tag kits, but you guys know what I mean, right? Cupcake picks, things like that. They're always going to have stuff like that at the stores. You guys, I'm telling you, I don't know what I'm going to do if some of these stores close down. I don't know what us crafters are going to do. Although we can support our crafty thrift stores. And if you don't have a crafty thrift store near you, I would definitely double check your Google, because most of you, they're coming in the mix in a lot of communities. I think I posted a list a long time ago. I need to repost a new list of all of the crafty thrift stores near, because it's like a consignment place for only craft supplies. Ours is called Bottom of the Bin. And I have some stamps that I got there that I'm going to show you. We're going to do something with too. So you don't just have to put photos in here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this tag in here. It's a really cute little tag. It says beware. And we are going to beware because that's a spider. And we don't like spiders. But there is like a little flip through. There's like a little envelope thing. So I'm going to just put my little spider in there. Now you can put a ticket if you have some kind of ephemera or like an old brochure or something. If you have a little bit bigger one, mine's really small, you can put that in the pocket and you can put that in there as well. There's Grace for Design by Shonda. See, I told you, comment on your page. That's awesome. So this is another cute idea to kind of keep all your memories in one place. Okay, now our next page, we're going to work with a little bit of our stamps. I do have a scrap piece of paper. I love this with the bats and the orange. Yes, I think that's the one. Yes, that's the one that you go to. Yes. I'm telling you guys, Google it. Just put consignment craft stores. And honestly, let me tell you a little secret about Google. And I know this because some of my family members actually advertise through Google. So a little secret about Google is the first 3 to 5 advertisements that you see when you Google something is always going to be the sponsored ones, the ones that pay extra money to be in those top 5 slots. So it is worth scrolling down a little bit or being a little bit detailed in your Google search. I don't know if you guys knew that about Google. That is a good tip that I guess I never really told you guys because I didn't think we ever needed it, but here we are needing it. Thank you, Sandra. You're so funny. Okay. I'm going to put this one down and then we're going to do our next one a little bit layered. And I love layering paper because even if you have different sizes, dimensions, and like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, there's a lot that you can do. And you can turn this, you know, any way you want. I'm going to go ahead and put this one here. I'm going to put my spider web on the top, just so, because there's a little bit of that corrugated edge right here. I don't want that part on there. Thank you for the, oh, you're welcome. So I'm going to rip that off. And I know that to be a fact because, like I said, I have family members that have advertised through there, and that's what they pay to be at the top. Yes, and sometimes, you know, crafters don't think about that stuff, but hey, now you know. The more you know with the rainbow. Okay, so I'm going to get my coffee dyed paper, which I think we're going to use this. This is my coffee dyed paper. It looks a little spooky and rustic or whatever. And we are going to stamp on this, and then we're going to layer it on this. So I'm going to put this to the side for now. There's two different papers, two different sides rather. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of just soaked my coffee right on this paper and put it in my oven, very low setting, for about maybe 20 to 30 minutes. And I forgot about it. I didn't forget about it. I knew it was in my oven, but I didn't do anything specific. So I'm not the person to go to for coffee dyed paper. That would be Robbie. Robbie's on here. Robbie's a good person. I'm going to do a few tutorials myself in the near future. So if that's something you're interested in, I'll definitely get back with you on that one. Okay, so while we're talking about the crafty thrift stores, these are stamps I got. These are very Tim Holtz vibes, but they're from redleadpaperworks.com. I don't know. As you can see, I wasn't going to let these sit in the store for 75 cents and 50 cents. No, ma'am. They were coming home with me. So we're going to stamp a little bit of these out so that we have some words to go with some of our scrap pieces. And I have to watch my time. This girl could talk for hours. You could ask Beth. The paper looks fabulous. Well, thank you, my dear. I don't even know what I was doing at the time, really. Okay, so there we go. So this says, let me show you what, because you can't read it. It's backwards. This is Halloween greetings, pumpkin face, dance and gleam, and ghost walks by on Halloween. I love that. And then ghost stories. So that's kind of a spooky one. And this one says frightful with a cat. We'll do that one too. We'll do that in honor of Miss Sharon because she has a black cat. So I'm just going to kind of line all these up. And you guys could use any kind of inks. These are acrylic blocks, and they're good for these. I know that bargain is crazy, right? I almost squealed. I think I did a little bit under my breath when I found these because I love it. Oops. Sometimes you will see, like, they'll have like a little protective, but they do stick. Okay, so you don't even have to do much with them. Hello, Ruth. Welcome on in. I know. I'll stamp some out for you, Marlene. So you could use, what I like to use is a Marvy marker. Sometimes if you don't want to get all of like a word in, you can just color one word. Like, let me show you. You can just color in the word Halloween so the greeting part doesn't show up. These are what we call Marvy markers, the crafters. These are called Marvy markers. I don't know if you can get just the black, but I know they come in a set. They are a little bit expensive, but this same marker I've had since I was like 8, and it still works. So they last a really long time. In fact, funny story, I actually ordered them off Amazon, and the same day they came in the mail, I found my old ones. So there you go. That's just life for you. So see how that, now that's only Halloween. but we're going to use all the words. So I'm going to get out my Memento. I do Memento ink. This is Tuxedo Black, and this is probably the most used out of all of my stamps. I actually got a refill because sometimes you can just put the refill in there instead of buying a whole other stamp set, and then it kind of helps. So you could either take your block and do it like this, but this is very large, so I'm just taking my ink. This is why they have like the little grooves. So you can do that. And then I just kind of huff on it a little bit. That just keeps the ink nice and wet until you put it down on your paper. You're welcome, Marlene. Okay, so just kind of pushing that down. Perfect. It's okay because we're going to cut it out, but I put one upside down. Christy can't see anymore. I'm losing some of my eyesight. I don't know. Maybe I need new glasses. Who knows? Okay. And obviously you're going to put this wherever you want in your paper. Hello, Janie. How are you? Welcome on in. If you are new here, my name is Christy. I hope you will give me a like and follow. I've been crafting, let's see, I've had my page since 2023. So this February will be 3 years I've had my page. Now, obviously this coffee got a little bit everywhere, so let me wipe this down real quick. Even though we're still working on it, I don't want it to get all over and get all of our pages messed up. Unless you like that look. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this again. Actually, I wasn't done. I'm going to take this piece because that's really dark. Thank you, Krista. I got this from Bells, I think. I thought it was just a Florida store, but when I went to Arizona, they had Bells. And it was so funny. My friend Sandy from Keeping It Crafty with Sandy, you guys, she's so funny. She thought it was called Beals. She's like, oh, you have a Beals near you? And I was like, oh, we call it Bells. She's like, is that what it's called? That's what they say when you walk in the door, walk on the bell. So I don't know. She makes me laugh. Oh, I miss my Sandy. Okay. I'm just going to kind of stick this on here. And the good thing about this is we can actually use both sides. This will save on time. All right, I am going to ink this one up really good though. Hello, Melinda. Welcome on in. When you have what we call a negative image, which is what that, the cat is already black on the stamp. Hello, Wacky Jackie. Oops, that wasn't supposed to happen. There's never a dull moment on my page. I try to ink it up really good, but that's what that's called. It's called a negative image. Okay, here it comes. All or nothing, baby. All or nothing. New from Kentucky. That is where my mom's husband's from, is Kentucky. My mom goes up to Kentucky a lot. Oh, Mom, where's the family from again? I forget where. Oh, that looks cool. Okay, so there's that. I gotta keep an eye on my time. All right, so we're gonna cut out our little cat here. I like the way by the way, this coffee dyed paper was at the top, and I did wrinkle it ahead of time. I wrinkled it and then let it dry a little bit, so that's where you get the texture from. But if you guys are interested, you can always message me, and I can, if I don't have a video, I will make one. I can't promise when I'll make one, but I'll try to make it soon. All right, now we're gonna come back over here. Doesn't this look so cool? And then we're gonna have this. Now, you can just write about Halloween, or if you have, even if you have a cat, like that's black, like my beautiful friend Sharon, she has her homie is her little black cat. She's funny. you can write about, you know, your favorite cat or whatever the image is about, whatever you wanted. So there's that. Welcome on in, everybody that's new. Okay, I'm going to take just a little bit of this and I'm just going to kind of go across it real quick. This is the vintage photo. Everybody has kind of seen this, I'm sure. Nothing new. And it just gives it a little bit of a pop, kind of, and then you get it into the others, the other papers, and it kind of dulls it up a little bit. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you spending your Taco Tuesday with me. Uh-oh, I gotta plug my phone in, y'all. I'm at 20. I should be okay. I'll check it in a minute so I don't have to leave the frame. Okay. So there is another little intro piece, other one. You're from Kansas, Linda? Hello. Holloman. Linda Holloman. I thought it said Hoffman for a minute. That was my old last name. That's my kid's last name. I have that ink. It got all over when I dropped that. It's okay though. It's black, so it makes it look more spooky. Weight that down real quick. Sorry, Krista. This desk has definitely seen better days. I probably need to get one of those covers for it. I actually got this desk for I think it was like $20 at Salvation Army, and I was like, yes, please. Okay. So now we are going to put some of actually we're going to do our napkin next before I run out of time, because there's a couple other little things I want to show you too. So we're going to take our tape, which I thought I had up here. That's okay. We're going to cut our napkin out. Let me try this, because I want to show you guys. See how I just kind of line, because that's where the binder part is anyway. So I'm going to kind of line this up. And I'm just going to do my best with cutting around my napkin the way I want it to look. I'm going to show you guys some other embellishments on your little journal here. And then I was going to show you guys my other little spreads, but only if we have time. Because we have to watch Done by Me with Marilyn and John next. Man, that's awesome. You know, my husband told me when I get big, he's going to come on here. But he's very... I wouldn't say he's not sociable. He's just not social media. If you came to our house, he'd talk your ear off and he'd be fine, but he just doesn't do social media. Excuse me while I peel my napkin, you guys. I was not prepared for that part. Let's see if this works. Haha. Every time. See how well that sticks? Guys are still here? No, I'm kidding. All right. So this time I'm going to do it on the inside of my book. So instead of doing it this way, basically if you have a paper that is patterned on this side, you're going to have your binder in the middle. So you're going to do it on this side. So I think we're just going to go ahead and stick it on this because this looks good with this color. Hello, Estella. Welcome on in, girl. Okay. I'm going to show you how great this glue is. So I have a little bit sticking out, and I'm going to very lightly, actually this is this is at the end. There's still a little bit of glue, but it's not going to go good. So we're going to get out a new glue stick. And there goes my napkin flying. If you have ever wanted to know, you know, the just how to start journaling, or, oh, I'd like to, you know, I would definitely recommend starting small, something doable. When we first started doing your junk journaling here on my page, we started recovering a baby's board book that you got at the thrift store. And we just kind of went from there. Just challenge yourself to do something new, and, you know, just do what brings you joy, guys, because nobody else is going to bring you joy but yourself. I'm telling you. That's what we need to do. We are on this earth a very short time, and it's, you know, sometimes stressful, and if we don't take care of ourselves and bring ourselves joy, then it's not going to be good for us. So I started my page, some of you that are new and don't know me, because I wanted to basically tell people to believe in yourself. So that's why I started my page. It wasn't about followers or anything. It's never been about that for me, you guys. But I always appreciate new people and meeting new people. You never know who God puts in your life for what reasons. Okay, so that's it. I didn't have to Mod Podge this or anything. You love the glue? I'm so glad I put some in there for you. My husband doesn't do social media either. Yes, I know, right? Oh, so boring. It's okay. I think I'm just gonna put Halloween on this one. And I have a really cute picture that I want to put on this page, actually. Actually, I'm gonna put it on this page and play off of this. So, and then I'm gonna do a couple more embellishments if I have time. All right. I'm going to put it up here. I need to sit down and write down all the years and how old the kids were, because I think that's the only way I'm going to figure out the year. And you know what's funny, you guys? I don't have pictures of every single costume I've ever made because we were kind of broke. And I a lot of times would go to the thrift stores and put pieces together. One of the things I'll show you, now that we're on this subject, this is my husband and I. Hopefully Facebook doesn't block me for the picture, but you guys know who that is. My husband and I were Jack and Rose from Titanic. Okay, I even had the little necklace and everything, and I found that print offline. But he had his little notebook and pencils. But that was a muumuu. That was a muumuu that was all white in the thrift store. And I took it home and I dyed it. I did like a ombre effect to make it look like her dress from Titanic. So I'm telling you, start there. Especially if you're on a budget. Who isn't on a budget anymore? Okay, so this picture, it's kind of funny because my son didn't want to participate in the family theme. But my son and my daughter were, I picked out all his stuff except for the hat. I bought the hat. I think I bought the hat at like Party City or Spirit Halloween. But this is when they were trick-or-treating at the mall. And they were Alice and Mad Hatter. I think I found the Alice costume that year. I think it was at the store, thrift store or something. And my son wanted to be an alien. Thank you, Krista. But I found that clock and I put all those pieces together. I even found the wig and everything. So I'm putting this picture here, but I have the most adorable sticker that I have to shout out my friend Karen from Crafty Reminders. I have to find the sticker. Where did I put her sticker? But she has these cute little bears. And oh my goodness, did I lose them? They go with the theme of that particular. Oh, you guys, sometimes I'm a hot mess over here, but it is okay. I'll find it and I'll post a picture because I'm not going to look for it forever. But I'm going to put that one right here. It was just a fun memory of the kids I can't tell you what year that was from though. All right, this is the one that's almost gone. I've been using this one for a little while. That's okay, that one blew right in the trash, right where I wanted it. Okay. So a lot of times people, you know, so you don't have just a normal looking book. You want to do something. Oh, I found it, you guys. Look. Of course, I find it right when I shut the book, right? I'm going to cut this and kind of have them hanging out because it's Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Or Tweedledum and Tweedledee. However you want to say it. I'm going to put them on this page on the other side because this one got cut off on my scanner. And I was like, I still can use it though. I don't like to throw anything away. And I always tell my followers to save your scraps. You never know what you are going to use. I'm just trying to get these peeled because this is a sticker. My friend designed the stickers and I made the stickers, so. Oh my goodness. I made this for the occasion. All right, there we go. And then what I'm going to do is probably put a little story on, you know, and what year it was and everything. Okay, enough with that. Enough with that. So, you guys, a lot of you may have seen these at Dollar Tree. I got these for 50 cents instead of $1.50, but they're these cute little ghost clips. If you're into the junk journaling world, you've probably seen, or if you've been on my live before, you've probably seen me use my regular clips, and that's just to kind of hold my book out and everything. I did do a little ghost. I just kind of colored him with like a chalk marker and a black pen. Yes, our next creators are Marilyn and John. Thank you for putting that in there because I apologize. I didn't get to tag them. All right, I'm going to move this stuff over. I hope you guys can see. Let me put you down a little bit for this part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these clips and you could put these in kind of peeking out of your journal. If you have like a specific page you're working on or one of your favorites, you can put those and they just kind of peek. Well, that's got the thing on it, but you can put it to the side and they just kind of peek out of your journal and they look super cute. A lot of people also do junk journal charms. That would be a whole nother live because we've made those too. But I wanted to show you how you can take something as simple as like a sticker, or these are treat bags and stickers and tags. These are currently at Target right now. They're the old retro look. Target has that retro Halloween right now. You could even put one of these bags folded in there as a pocket if you had a bigger journal. But I have these were from Walmart last year and they're just confetti pieces. So what I'm going to do with these is I am going to take this, I love this little bat. I'm going to take this little bat and look, there's a glitter side, but there's a non-glitter side for Krista because she doesn't like glitter. I'm doing the non-glitter side just for you, Krista. You can actually glue that on there and have the little bat sticking out of your journal. So that's what I'm going to do. Did I turn this on? No, I didn't. I'm just going to use my glue, you guys, because this glue will hold even on wood. It will hold on wood. It'll hold on like the little paper mache boxes. It holds on a lot. And you could, you know, use any type of glue too. Any type of glue you want. Okay, now I'm gonna just say that this is my favorite piece. And see how it's got the little clip on there? You can even make these if you have those little mini the mini clothespins, or you can just use a regular clothespin too. Either way. I'm glad I went to the post office tomorrow on Friday. I can mail you those cards and things. Oh, Shonda, you don't have to do that, but thank you, dear. No rush at all. Okay, so see how this just looks really cute sticking out of your journal? It's just a way to kind of deck it out a little bit. The other one is, especially if you have a square journal or like a rectangular journal, is you can actually decorate your page with different ribbons. Let's see. Oh, Jackie, the glue is Scotch Wrinkle Free Glue Stick. It is available on Amazon. That's all you have to type in, Scotch Wrinkle Free Glue, and you'll see it. It'll come up, and it's amazing. I think they sell 3 or 4 2-packs for $10. They're not the cheapest. They're not Dollar Tree, but you're not getting Dollar Tree. I'm telling you, this stuff works. Amazing. I can't find it in a big stick. If anybody ever sees a big stick, please let me know. Tag me in a post or something, because I would love to know. All right, so I did get this really pretty rust orange color, and I'm using it on you guys because you're worth it. But I'm gonna make a little, just like a really fun tab on the side of my journal. So let me do this on a different page I didn't do a lot on. Like we'll do it on this page, because I didn't do a lot on this page. So you could even do this before you glue that on, but either way, you're welcome, Jackie. Either way, you can put a little bit of it anywhere. You can do ribbon or lace. I'm just trying to see what other colors I had. Like I even have pom-poms. You can do a little strip of pom-poms. I'll show you what that looks like. You can either decorate the front, like I did. I've been doing this one with my journal prompts. And yes, that is Barbara Eden. We have the same birthday. I Dream of Jeannie. But see how on this page, I just put like a little extra something. It just kind of makes your journal so cute and everything. So these are the journal prompts and things that I've been doing. There's me and my mom made that costume for me. That was my favorite costume, I think, when I was little. But yes, my time is almost up. But we'll go ahead and put a couple pieces on here just so you can see what it looks like. Now for this, I would definitely either recommend, and I know you guys might cringe, but you could do a staple. You're welcome, Krista. I absolutely love this group. I got to see some of you today and I appreciated it so much. Some of you might cringe when I do this, but you could technically do a staple if you wanted. Or you could do tape, or you could do regular glue. I'm gonna just do a staple because I want you guys to see what a difference it makes. And now you can put a little sticker over that, and that will hold that in place. But if you put a couple different colors, we're gonna put one on this side too. I'm gonna do it on a different page though. I think I'm gonna do it on this page. You could even do it like a piece of glue right here. I don't know if that, let me do the glue so you guys can kind of see what the glue looks like. This, you obviously want it to dry, and anything fabric, you may want to use something like a tacky glue or the Tite Bond. Not Tite Bond. Is it Tite Bond? Yes, it's called Tite Bond. My mind went blank. I was like, what is that called again? Thank you, Rowena May Inspired. I know your name and I can't remember it right now, but I promise I'll learn everybody in the group. I will. So there is just a cute little idea for you guys. Like I said, you can make this any type of holiday. You can do Christmas. You can even collect all old Christmas cards or Christmas tags, save those all for these types of journals and cute little memoir books. But that's pretty much it. My time is almost up, and I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. And if you are interested more in paper crafts, I do a lot of paper crafts, and I do artist trading cards. So these are the ones that we've been making on my page lately. They've been a lot of fun. So make sure you give me a follow. And thank you so much, Krista, for inviting me to be part of this beautiful, wonderful group. I'm super excited. I had so much fun. And don't forget, just refresh your page if you are on the Stand Tall Crafting group right now, and you will come up and see Done by Me with Marilyn and John. And I can't wait to see what they do. So I'm going to go have some dinner and watch them. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, rest of your day. And I will see you soon. Bye, guys.